My parents prefer I visiting them, not sending them money.
My parents do value me visiting them than sending them money. Spending time with my parents builds a bond, and even we just have fun, talk more than just sending them money.
Kwa visit juu tuna get to interact, kuongea.
The best one over there is spending time with parents because life is short. Like most people value more time. Kusatona at least nena kumtembelea na kama unakea kuhusu yeye. Jusike kila parent anataka like pesa nini. Of course kama amekulea ukakufika hadi hivi. So of course maybe pesa of course ako nayo. So obviously time.
Kuwatembelea. Kwa sababu ukiwatembelea at least wanaona togetherness. Kwa pamoja mnaweza cheka. Mnaweza share good moments na wao kuliko kuwatumia pesa na ujui venye wanaendelea.
Sending them money because maybe I'm very busy, maybe I have something to do that is important, so sending money is important to them. Yeah, at least they feel nawakumbuka.
My parents wata prefer to spend time with me because hapo tutabond na wao na watajua anything when it's wrong, kama niko na shida compared to hizo vitu zingine kama kutuma pesa.
Mimi naona kuwatembelea wazazi. Juu naona ukitembelea mzazi ndio naona vile huko vile maisha yako iko, but ukiwatumia pesa unaona wataona hiyo pesa but wanataka kuona mwenye anatuma hiyo pesa. Sasa mpaka umiti na wazazi ndio ujue vile hali yao iko huko nyumbani.
Between kuspend time na mzazi na kumtumia pesa, may value kuspend time na mzazi. Kuna vitu na learn nikiwa kwa as in situation siweze na nisaidia. Yeah, I prefer spending time with my mom because ndio poa ananifundisha vitu sijui.
Wow, right there we have it. Is it spending time with your parents or sending them cash? And a lot of sentiments there go with spending time with parents as opposed to cash. A very good morning to you wherever you are joining us. This morning, the 23rd day of September 2025, the day of the Lord, the day that He has made for us to be glad in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Family Matters this morning as we delve deep into this topic. As our parents age, really, what do they want from us? You know, they raised us, they sacrificed so much for us, and now as they're aging, do they really need our money or do they really need our time? We've had someone there saying money because they're so busy and all that. So we're delving into that conversation. For you to be part of this conversation, you can send in your feedback on 20-316 SMS line or 0786 316 316. That is our WhatsApp line. Be part of the conversation as I host an amazing couple who's also going to help us unpack this. Let us get to hear from them. Is it about spending time or money, and why? Welcome to the show. Karibuni sana.
Thank you very much.
Mushai and Isabel, good to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana. I'm really honored to have you this morning, and I'll start with you, Isabel, to introduce yourself to our audience.
My name is Isabel Akinyi Omolo. I'm Mrs. Kamau.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, karibu sana. Mushai.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Mushai. I'm really grateful to be here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, now, from what we've just had, and you know, it's important also for our viewers to know that we are also live on YouTube. So please tune in, plug in, and get to be, you know, with us on this conversation. But what comes to mind, probably I'll start with you, Isabel, when you hear this statement, spending time with parents versus, you know, sending cash, what comes to mind when you hear this?
I hear presence versus presence. And now I also think about turning of tables in a sense. Now these parents who are aging, how were they when they were raising their children in the formative years of raising their children? Did they put in more of their presence or more of presence?
There you go, yeah.
Now there's a reversal of roles. You're aging, you have more time. Your children have left the nest. Do you hope that they will give you more of their time, their presence, or they'll send money to you? Wow. So how you did it in their formative years may inform how they choose to respond now when the tables have turned in a sense.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think you're also speaking to younger parents right now, because so they need to actually be careful how they're relating with their children. Is that what you're also saying?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Pay it forward. Yes.
Okay. Mushai, for you?
I think for me it's where you draw value. Of course, appreciating that there are various seasons. There are moments where your parents will require more of your financial support. There are instances where, of course, generally and all through their lifetime, I believe every parent would want to spend time with their children.
Yeah.
So I think it's a balance, and understanding those dynamics is what I would say is where you apply wisdom. But most often, I would say the dominant aspect is actually the physical bit, being there, being intentional in just catching up with them, spending some little time with them. It may not be a lot, because both in our current day and age, you know, both the husband and the wife has to work, so because of financial aspects. So you find that even the time constraint is there, but then the intentionality, I believe, is what counts when it comes to your parents.
Isabel, for you, what would count more? Is it the and I love how you put it, presence, like zawadi and presence, you know. So for you, which one stand out more, or which one has a more impact for you when it comes to, you know, spending time and the money aspect of it?
I'd lean more towards presence because money can be made. But now, I like what one of the people in the street said, life is short. And you don't know for how long you have your parents around you. So it's important to make memories, those moments of spending time together during festivities, during holidays, even being intentional in taking your own children to spend time with your parents.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So intentionality really, really counts, because others say that, you know, they're busy. We had someone saying, because I'm busy, then I can easily just send cash. It's easier that way. But for you as a couple, how do you encourage each other to just create time to be there for your parents? So
I think at some point it used to, just to be a bit vulnerable, it used to feel like what they call black tax, you know, where you're juggling so many things. You have a young family, and so financially, you know, it almost feels like I'm being stretched a lot. But then, you know, we've also had a series of learnings around financial literacy, and we realized that there's a component, aside from it being an expectation from God, because, you know, it's stipulated clearly that we should honor our parents. There's also a component of financial literacy that is critical when it comes to taking care of your parents.
Right.
And it's almost being more proactive in ensuring that you sort of have even some portfolios to support them. Understanding their health deteriorates with time, and hence there's need for you to be able to just come in with insurance, come in with just their mental health, and part of being present implies that then they will, you know, they'll have that satisfaction. So I think for us, that's what has helped us to change our mindset around, you know, being intentional in creating time, and also, you know, just looking for opportunities to be able to even ensure our kids are also spending time with their grandparents.
Wow. Wow. I love that you've brought in the aspect of financial literacy, Isabel. So I don't know if as a couple then you also sit down and decide that, yes, we have our parents here, and this is the much you're going to spend, this is what you're going to do. Do you sit down and plan, as much as you're planning on your own, like your personal finance, do you also plan for parents? They have their own budget somewhere?
Yes, we do have a monthly meeting for family budgeting.
Wow.
And part of family budget is actually support for parents and even grandparents from both sides.
Okay.
Yes, we actually have a green book where we write down how we are going to support them.
Wow.
There are some that are monthly, and there are also some aspirations. There's in the process of financial literacy, some of the classes that we attended, there's someone who made a statement that really stood out. it is important to settle your parents.
Wow.
It's a matter of being proactive. You don't wait for a crisis. So you're proactive.
Yeah.
He mentioned portfolios, even putting up passive investments that can help to support the parents. Instead of waiting for a crisis, there's an admission that they need to be admitted to hospital is when you're running around trying to get funds. But if you're proactive about budgeting and making sure maybe you've paid for SHA, you've paid for other forms of health insurance, you're taking care of their healthy diet, yes.
Yeah.
Just be proactive about it.
And even someone to take care of them at home, probably.
Exactly.
You know, we've seen a lot of our parents, they're old and at home and alone, for that matter. Anyway, Mushai, so do you think family dynamics can change when the focus from the children probably is more on the, you know, provision than the presence?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, as Isabel had mentioned, it all boils back to how you were raised and the experience that you had during that time. The presence, for example, of your parents, because that informs what you know as the true north or what you know is right.
Yeah.
So you'll find that sometimes there's that bit when you bring logic. There's M-Pesa messages seem more logical instead of spending 2 hours on the road or 3 hours on the road or even 5 going to visit your parents. It sounds logical, but then is it right? Is it of value? So I do appreciate that there are different seasons, as I had mentioned, that well, there could be those seasons that they actually require more of your financial support. They have projects, they need to, you know, buy a car, they need to do some renovations. They need to do their own projects at home that may require you more intervention financially. But then what cuts across all through, even during those times, they still need your presence. They still need your ideas, they need your social capital, they need your expertise during those moments. So I think it's those dynamics, yes, are there based on how you were raised and how intentional your parents were, especially in matters being present versus compensating that with presence.
Isabel, for you, you know, you were talking about, you actually referred to someone who talked about time, limitation of time. And for you, you don't have both parents, isn't it?
Yes.
So what would be your advice? Speak to people who have both parents out there, but they say, you know, time, to go busy, we're looking for money. Speak to such people. Yeah.
Okay, life is about making moments. There's the aspect of quality, even if it's not always possible to have quantity. Like, say, the maximum you can make, say, is 2 hours in a month. But you make those 2 hours very quality, such that even if you are so busy, it's about making time to actually go and spend with your parents, because we are all mortal. At some point, we are going to exit this world. You don't know who's going to exit first. It's either you or your parents. So it's important to treasure those moments that you still have with them. Yes.
And now that, you know, with both parents not being there for you, are there any people in your life, in the family, probably you look up to, probably even with your in-laws, you look up to and you say, okay, now because my parents are not here, then these are the people I'm going to look up to rather as my parents, and this is what I do for them. Do you have that?
Yes. Over and above my in-laws, I have very awesome in-laws. My parents-in-law, my grandparents-in-law. Also on my side of the family, my dad's brother, my uncle, he's the one I look to as a father. Yes, so together with his children and my siblings, we are supporting him. Yes, in one way or another.
Fantastic. Being busy, Mushai, I mean, we can't help it. But how intentional are you, or what do you do to spend time with your parents? What are some of those sacrifices actually you have to make to be with them?
Yeah, I must say it's not been an easy journey. Understanding that, you know, you're in school, you're at work, you're parenting your kids. So definitely it takes a higher level of even intentionality to be able to ensure that you create time.
Yeah.
And what we've done, for example, for us is just to set aside a specific Sunday where we, even, request. And luckily for us, my parents are within Nairobi. So it's easy for us to be able to reach out to them on a monthly basis just to check up. However much, it could just be for a 30 minutes, catch up.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll go for the entire afternoon. But we've tried, and we see even our kids brighten up when they see them. And, some of the privileges, I look at my kids on top of their, sofas, and I'm like, wow, if in my day and age, this would have been serious meeting. But, that tells you, the blessing of having your parents, and also that they have such a tight bond that I can't even explain. So I think those are some of the things that we do, just at least setting aside a Sunday and spending time with them.
Okay. And for you, when you're growing up, Muchai, and probably both of you will speak to this, for your parents, were they more of the present parents or the provision parent?
Yeah, so I would say, for example, for my mom, she was she had really tight shifts. So I would say that she really tried to balance, at least being there for my birthdays. But then, sometimes the shifts would even go to Sunday, and so it was quite tight. So in even sort of in compensation to that, she really tried to come through. I think I took all sorts of exotic fruits when I was growing up. I had so many. I had video games. Those are things that, I had a mountain bike. All those things.
Yeah.
The millennials would resonate. But yeah, it's. I think there are ways that she really tried to just show her affection, that she's there, and I could feel it.
Okay.
I could feel that intentionality.
Okay.
Despite the fact that her schedule was very, very tight. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And for you, Isabel, if you may want to speak to that, then you can actually also, were your parents about the presence or the provision aspect of it?
Okay. I feel my dad was more of the presence. We had all sorts of gadgets. We had laptops.
Hey, you guys, no wonder you clicked on the same frequency.
Yeah, he provided so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes he was not at home. But on the other hand, my mom had very few shifts in a week. So it seemed like she was almost always there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's speak about the sacrifices you have had to make, or the intentionality that you've had to make just to be with your current parents, and or your uncle back at home. What are some of those sacrifices as well for you from your end?
Okay, for us, Kevin initiated twice yearly family meeting.
Wow.
Now for his side of the family.
Okay.
That we come together as extended family, his grandma, all her children, and also our children. Now us, they are our parents' children, and now our children. We come together in his grandmother's house twice a year, just to spend time together, to catch up, have some sessions of prayer, and even we collect a special Thanksgiving offering to take to church the next day, because we usually meet on a Saturday. And so even to make that time, because it's a whole day, they have to sacrifice things here and there, make arrangements at work, just make sure that we are all there. Yes.
And how does that make you guys feel when all of you are there, the children, the grandchildren, grandparents, and your parents? How does that make you feel?
It's really amazing, I must say. I think the highlights usually is in the faces of my grandmother, my parents, just that excitement of meeting each other and having time together, and even just praying, thanking God for that 6 months and trusting God for the ambitions that we have for the next 6 months. It's usually a very, very nice, intimate session.
Yeah.
And, even the enjoyment of having the grandchildren around, there's just joy in the air. So
exactly.
It's really a nice
and with what actually the young people, and I'm glad that from the Kenyans we spoke to, most of them were young people, if you noticed. And I love the fact that they keep saying, it is about the time. It is about, they go home to learn. So I believe even your kids, when they're around their grandparents, they're learning so much from them, you know. Anyway, let's take a very short break. We'll be right back after this. But remember, this amazing conversation, this impactful conversation, educative conversation has been brought to you courtesy of you yourself as a partner, okay, and many more. One of them, we're going to listen to her as they speak to us about just being a partner with Family Media. She is Imelda, and she'll be taking us through her journey with Family Media, the impact Family Media has had in her life. So let us listen in, and then we'll come back with much more on matters spending time with your parents, or is it about the finances? See you in a bit.
My name is Imelda Nongari Heho. Heho is my father. I also have my mom, my big sister, my brother, and we also have a niece and a nephew. I hold a bachelor's degree in information system and knowledge management. I love Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my life, is my reason, is my purpose. I am passionate about missions. I am a preacher myself, and I thank God. Actually, I've come from a church PCA. So children are usually baptized while still young, but what I can remember is back in campus. You know, campus, there's a lot of things that goes on. Sometimes you get lost, you don't even know. So I was in that year. I remember, can say that I came back to Jesus. Doesn't mean that I was like lost, but you know, in campus you get mixed up with a lot of things. So in that year, I came back to Christ. I remember it was during a worship experience, and wow. So I was like, God, I'm sorry. Yes, I am in campus. A lot has happened. I didn't even know that I had gone far from you. I had no idea. So I'm like, God, I'm here now. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. And I felt His Holy Spirit. Actually, that was my very first, I can say, encounter with the Holy Spirit. I felt His power. He came over me. So I was at home tuning in the radio, searching for a station to listen to. So during that process, I had Family Radio 316. There was this song that was playing, Merciful, Wonderful Savior. And I remember during that season, I had this disturbance. But when the song sang, I felt a deep sense of comfort. So that was my very first encounter with Family Media.
We invite you to become part of the family that is helping keeping Jesus on the airwaves by making a donation to M-Pesa paybill number 316 with your phone number as the account number.
When you give, we will receive a reward from God Himself. And just like I also say that you cannot outgive God, it's better you give to Him and you see His miracles, His open doors, because He will show you, He'll provide for you, than saying, let me keep this money to buy this and that. It will take a long time. But when you live to God, when you give Him, He will surprise you with miracles that you cannot comprehend. So just let us give. And actually, don't ever say that you're giving to God. God is the one who has given it to you. He delights in doing great things to us. He delights in giving us great things. So if He gives you, and if He wants to give you and He finds your hand is like this, then how can He give it to you when you're not stretching it out? So you should give, stretch it out, so that when God comes, He finds, oh, the hand is also ready, because it has already given, and God will give more abundantly, will exceed our expectation. God is God, God is good.
Wow, there goes Imelda. She's put it, I cannot put it better than she has. And you know, just being a partner, what are some of those benefits that come with it? Remember, you're impacting so many lives, not just here within Nairobi, but globally, by the way. So be part of this. Send in your name the word partner rather, on 20316 if you want to be a partner. 20316 SMS line or 0786 316 316. That is our WhatsApp line. Send the word partner, and my colleagues will be out there. Reach out and guide you on how to go about it. Also remember, if you want to support this ministry, because this is a ministry, we're changing lives, we're impacting lives, then you can do that by sending your contribution to paybill number 316 316. The account name shall be your telephone number. And as we move on back into the conversation, but before then, Mushai and Isabel, let's get to WhatsApp. I saw something. There we are. And someone says, good morning, Sally and the couple. Guess what happens if you live outside the country? Isn't money the best option? How would you as a couple want your children to honor you with their time or finances, or even both? And I think Isabel had already started talking about it, like, yeah, thank God for. Isabel, you can go first.
We really thank God for technology.
Yeah.
We are not in the days of smoke signals, letters,
drums.
Yeah. There's video call.
Yeah.
Fine, it's very important. Yeah, you can still send the money. But now we have technology where you can literally talk to your parent via video call.
Yes.
So it's a matter of you syncing maybe the time zones and making time and say, okay, from say 8 a.m. East Africa time, maybe your time is a different time zone wherever you are. You just think it in such a way it's not so late that people are asleep on this side of the world and you are at work on the other side of the world.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Mushai, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I think there's also a gray line when you look at that as well, because sometimes there's that voice in the mind that will tell you that, you know, I'd rather send this 150,000 than buying a plane ticket. So that element of logic that I had mentioned is always something that comes to mind, and you need to be very conscious about it, because as we've said, it's not all about money. It's also being present in the few instances that you can. So if there's room for you to negotiate some leave days in your workplace, or you know, I think it will be even more meaningful that you were willing to spend that much to be present and to just be able to spend some little time with your parents.
Absolutely.
So it's very important to strike that balance. Yeah, between logic and also what's of value.
Very important, striking the balance. There's also another question. How would you as a couple want your children to honor you, Isabel, with their as they grow older, with their time or finances, or both?
Okay. So my prayer for us is that we do it a bit differently from, say, our parents or grandparents' generation. They had the mentality of the children are the retirement benefits package. So for us, we would like to prepare for retirement such that we don't rely so much on our children's money for daily living. So personally, and I think he agrees also, I would want them to visit more. Even if they don't have money to give us, would value the moments that they would come, even with their children, to spend time with us.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yes, yes, I resonate completely.
Okay, but there are situations where you find their parents, and we've seen children who actually say it, adult children who say, my parents prefer money. You know, how do you handle this, you know, in terms of probably you want to spend time with them, but they're not so keen on that. They just want you to send that money. How do you handle that, Isabel?
The parents just want to send, they just want the money.
Money, yet you want to spend time with them. How do you balance that out then?
I think maybe you can negotiate so that it's a win-win situation for both of you. Like they get the money that they need, but you also get to see them every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe I can add. Sure. I remember we had mentioned about the seasons. Yeah, there are moments where they might require more of your financial help or support because of projects they are So I think to be fair, there are also those dynamics, the balance between the moments where they need heavy support, financial support, and instances where you also of course, all through they will require your presence.
Yeah.
But there are more times that you'll find they may need more financial support, and hence, in those moments, you can be able to come through, you know, based on the availability of funds.
Because I can imagine also with this, just sending the money, whether they don't want your presence. You can imagine the loneliness, you know. Does the money solve that? Let's get to another, you know, viewer, listener. He's saying, tuned in, I never got a chance to spend time with my parents this year. I was fixated on kickstarting my career. But whatever income I get from work, I usually send something. Your take on that?
I think it's very good that he's sending something back home. And I understand the business of kickstarting a career.
Exactly.
But I feel you can spare some time. If they live very far away, you can spare a weekend maybe for travel time. Just take some moment, because life is short.
Life is short.
Yes.
Is it about the seasons you're talking about, probably? The kickstarting of a career?
Yes, and I'm also thinking it's because of the sacrifice that makes it valuable. Yeah, if it was easy, if you had all the time in the world, then you wouldn't hold a lot of value to it. So I think it's also the fact that your schedule is so packed that you get to provide that 2 hours, that 1 hour with your folks, that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So I think just to encourage the viewer that you can be able to look just that intentionality. Sometimes. And I know we haven't voiced it. We actually go at night to their home because we realize we've had, you know, a packed up month.
Yes.
It's almost kicking into a new month, and we decide, you know what, we'll just tell them to prepare dinner, and we go at 8, and we go with the kids.
Wow.
Yeah, and we spend that 1.5 hours and come back home. So it's just trying to be very intentional because then schedules and seasons in life will definitely demand more of your time.
Okay.
But then, you know, it's just looking for those small opportunities that you can just catch up.
Actually, you have to be, the word still remains intentional, like you both keep saying.
Correct.
But for the two of you, have you ever differed on how to honor these parents, the time, the money? Have you ever had, you know, a conflict when it comes to that?
Of course, conflict is part of life.
Yeah.
You know, we are growing a family, so the children are little. Sometimes when we sit down with that green book and we've written a budget, hey, then there's so little money left.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe there's a phone call that came that, oh, please support us in this particular project. So then what do we shift in our budget to also chip into this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So sometimes that's a point of
course,
discussion.
Yeah. Okay. Moshe, for you?
Yeah, I think, conflict sometimes is there, even right from the difference in our personalities.
Yeah.
I am an extrovert. She's growing into extrovert. She's more of an introvert. Yeah, and you realize that for me, it's, you know, the policy has always been you live for the moment.
Yeah.
You know, so if this has come up, let's sort it, let's move on. And then she's the meticulous, you know, let's plan, have it somewhere in the next 3 months.
Okay.
And you know, so that already, you know, provides room for us to, you know, have some friction. But over time, I've actually seen, you know, the point around just taking a pause, understanding the bigger picture of how a budget looks like. And you know, whether we have room to be able to do it and whether we can sacrifice. So the compromises sometimes is, if you have your pocket money, you know, you can use part of that to be able to support in the, you know, and then also understanding that not every emergency should be your emergency. Because sometimes I used to take that phone call and, you know, the world stops.
Exactly.
But then it's also just sometimes reminding your parents or, you know, your guardians that, you know, I have responsibilities now and I may not be able to come through as I used to. So, and then, you know, of course they warm up and understand because also you're intentional when you have, you're able to share with them even without them asking for it.
So boundaries are also important here.
Correct.
Cindy, all right. There's someone here who's saying, good morning, Sally, enjoying family matters. Thank you so much. What if it's toxic parents? Yes, you feel you want to have time with them, but they're toxic. How do you balance either to visit or just send cash? Isabel.
Wow, yeah, that's really
Because
basic.
it's a real situation, really.
It's a real situation. I really empathize with the viewer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's difficult to spend time with a toxic person, even if they're your own mother, your own father. Because these are some of the people that our pastor calls VDP, very draining personalities. So at the end of that visit, you feel, wow,
drained.
Drained. I should not have come here.
Yeah.
It's better for me to, maybe you still feel the need to honor them. So maybe at that point,
the money
maybe,
work.
maybe it would work. But at the same time, we pray to God. The heart of the king is in God's hand.
Yes.
So even the heart of our parents, toxic as they may be, God can change their hearts, turn their hearts of stone into hearts of flesh.
Absolutely.
And hopefully maybe mend the relationship before the time elapses on earth. Yes.
Okay.
My take.
Do you want to add anything to that, or we can go to the next?
Yeah, we can go to the next.
Okay.
I think that I resonate with what she said.
All right. Okay. Have you ever been, or have you seen a situation where there are siblings who have conflict? Now that you're talking about conflict, based on who's sending more money, who they're like in competition. Have you ever been? Have you ever seen such a situation? And what do you think is the impact of that? Like competition, who's sending more money, who's spending more time with mom, and that probably even in your family.
Yeah, so I see that in now my, how it called, so I've lived also my life with my aunties and uncles, so they are almost, they almost regard to me as my sibling rather than nephew.
Yes.
So I've seen that come out where, you know, one of my aunties is very intentional in spending time, you know, one of my uncles is intentional in sending money. And of course, there's that conflict that, you know, I actually, you know, live far, I come, and you know, be able to spend time, you do not, and you're closer. So that definitely, I've seen it in my life. And as I said, it's all about a balance, striking that balance. And also understanding that God has blessed us in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, and all the two different ways are also important because it is through the finances that you know, they're able to finance the lifestyles of now our grandparents, but also being present, you're able to pick the, you know, the nitty-gritties that you may not, you know, they may not tell you on phone.
Yeah.
You know, just go and realize, oh, this carpet has faded, you need to change. So there's that balance, and I think it's more of now understanding the element of complementing each other. You know, based on also the available time, understanding the dynamics of work and occupation, and, you know, striking that balance. So that is something that is work in progress, but I've seen now there's that understanding that it's not that I refuse to come to spend time with family, but because I have pressing needs, and also for you to spend time with family, it's not a competition per se. It's a teamwork.
Yes.
You know, yeah. So that that's how I approach it.
Isabel, there are situations where you find that you're not like the breadwinner, quote unquote, but you have a better job, you know, better income. We are siblings. We are all working, but because Isabel is the doctor here, see, she earns more, so we leave everything to you. In such a scenario, then how do you handle that? This one was different because we all, yes, we do, but there's that, why can't you? But now this one, we just let it be. If it's mom, Isabel is handling it, you know. How would you handle such as, or what advice do you have for someone who's going through that?
I think the people should sit together, the siblings should sit together and realize that everyone has something to offer. Even this one who looks like they are doing so well, they have a high-flying career, or they seem to earn so much more money, doesn't necessarily mean that they should bear the biggest. Well, it's still okay. Sometimes maybe they are because they are financially capable, they will bear the biggest percentage. Say maybe they are contributing, say maybe 50% of their parents' needs. But these other ones should also realize there's something that they can offer, and so not leave it to this one who seems to be offering so much more that they can also offer. And hopefully the parents also will have the wisdom not to compare and say it's only this one who's taking care of me.
Because it happens.
Yeah, but also to appreciate what all these other ones are contributing. Yes, even if it's their networks, their time, you know, kusimamia hata projects.
Right.
Yes.
It is true. I agree with you. Okay, because that thing you're saying, like now the parents feel, I think, I don't know how it happened, but automatically they just lean towards the one who's providing more. I've seen that happening, you know, and it's detrimental, of course, too. That sibling rivalry comes from probably things like that. When you look at urbanization, probably, and migration, and these busy schedules, do you think they've contributed to, you know, this thing of money now, sending cash being the new love language in town?
Yeah. M-Pesa is glorified. Sorry to use the brand, but yeah, it's glorified. You know, and definitely you'll find that also based on our morality, our values, we are growing more to appreciate material wealth over, you know, what actually matters. And I think with time, even after the wealth, even after being able to reach most of your ambition, you get to realize that at the end of the day, it's the memories that keeps you going.
Yeah.
So that intentionality is critical to ensure that you maintain relationships, even as you grow old, with family and peers, because that's what you will hold on to. Even when now, you know, you have more time, less work. So, you know, those are the instances now you actually appreciate. Kevin has not called for the past 2 days. There's a crisis and, you know. Yeah, so it's that just understanding where to place value. Yeah, and I think I wish we could have many instances where even our parents and grandparents get to voice over what's going on in their mind during their retirement ages. Because then you'll see a very different way in which they see life.
Yeah.
The memories, the touch points, the experiences, that's what they value more than that M-Pesa message.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And having lost parents from one side, has that changed your perspective on the value of family, you know? When you look back, has it changed anything?
I really value the time that we have with my uncle now, and also my parents-in-law. And I think the way we talked about earlier, we are intentional about our children also spending time with them, because now we understand that time is limited. Yes. We don't know for how long we have them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for you, Mushai?
Yeah, I think more, you know, just dating this beautiful girl has helped me to appreciate the privilege that I have to have parents. So that also, you know, has played a very big role in just being there for them and trying to also, even in resources, trying to support their businesses. And with some interesting privilege, I also tend to be the one leading most of, you know, the extended family meetings. So yeah, just you know, discussing about insurance, intentionality about health, health-seeking behavior. So we talk about such as agendas, just to make sure that, you know, as they all get older, even with some of my aunties and uncles, that they are actually taking care of themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I love that. The all-rounded, not just to sit and talk about people and stuff, great agendas right there, and I know it's a learning point for most people out here. And so when you look at, we are talking about spending time with these parents, Isabel, is it always for us to go, or sometimes do we also, you know, invite them over to come and just probably visit with us? We take them around, take them for dinners. Is that also, you know, can that work?
Yes, it can work very well. There's us going to their home, even going with our children. And there's also them coming over for even significant functions, like maybe our children's birthday parties, or just coming over, then we take them out there, you're saying, for dinners and what have you. Both ways also, it's also very important. Yes.
When you speak to, do you want to add something?
Actually, I want to go off topic a bit.
Okay, no problem.
and actually, what has come to mind is when you think about even the ratios and the likes, you know, logically, when you think about it, the amount is not usually the question.
Yes.
you find a whole bus, you know, wamezindikisha 100,000 or 200 bucks. Yeah. But there are 2 buses. You're wondering, okay, so, you know, there could have just been 2 people sending them pesa and you're good to go. But then you realize it's not about the money. It's about that excitement, you know, whenever they come. So our parents would organize to come see our children, carry them, you know, we call them goshogia.
Yes.
So those moments are what make, you know, memories that count. You know, that fact that they will come, sing, celebrate our children, and
Fantastic. As you're winding up the show, probably, what are some of those lessons probably you've learned or experienced that you may want to share with our audience this morning?
I think I'll reiterate what I'd said earlier about the need to settle our parents.
Yes.
In other words, to be proactive, not wait for crisis to happen.
Yes.
If it's matters of health, procure SHA, procure other forms of health insurance, put up investments for passive income that you can help to supplement their family budget.
Oh, wow. Yes. Fantastic. Shai, if you may add something.
Yeah, and she nailed it. I think one of the things I would really want to emphasize is just being intentional. It's not about having a full day. It's about that 30 minutes. And sometimes love does not make sense. So when you try to apply logic, you know, you'll be like, why should I travel for 5 hours to spend 30 minutes and come back?
Right.
But then it's about just being there, because it is through being there that you get to pick even even health issues. Sometimes our parents, you know, tend to withhold some such information.
Very true.
And when you know, spend time with them, you realize they're limping, you realize there's some issues. And, you know, you can be able to proactively improve their quality of life by just being there for them. So it's, you know, it's very important that the chance that you get, you can rush if possible and just spend that 1 hour with them, have dinner with them. And if it has to be cash, then you do it in a memorable way. You know, have gifts that they would value. And I think with that, complementing that balance, you may even increase the number of days that they live in this world.
Absolutely. Just sitting there with them, making them laugh, cracking jokes, remembering those old times. Of course, it adds some numbers to theirs. Thank you so much, Kevin and Isabel, for creating time, for being here, for the insights. We really do appreciate Asanteni Sana for being here. And of course, to you, my viewer, my listener, you know, on YouTube Live, thank you so much for making time to be part of this conversation. Thank you for the feedback. We trust and pray that indeed you've been impacted in one way or the other. And remember, as I had said earlier, this is all possible because of the support that comes from you. No matter how little it is, please do not despise that. That small seed that you planted is going a long way to impact lives in various ways. Asante sana for making time. And also, just remember, apart from the pay bill number that I had mentioned earlier, 316, we also have an account number with Cooperative Bank. And so you can do that by sending your support to Cooperative Bank, account number 0113 600. I'll take that again. Cooperative Bank account 0113 6000 799 Account number is TBN Family Media. And also just a reminder that this coming Friday, we'll be having prayer circle. As always, it is the plug. It is your plug for any other Friday. Come, let us bring the house down in the presence of the Most High God. I'd love to see you there. I'll be there, and many, many other people will be there just to praise the Lord and to thank Him, you know, for what He's been doing in our lives so far. God bless you and keep you. See you again tomorrow on Matters Finances when we speak about women and wealth creation, wealth management, and all that. God bless you. Bye for now.